What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to your favorite pond, the Coy Pond, episode 94. As you can see, we are back in studio, joined by K-Dog himself for another glorious week on the Coy Pond.
Nice to be here.
Amen to that. And, as you all know, you can find us on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcast, Amazon Music, and never, ever forget, as week one comes closer, you can ask us questions on speakpipe.com/@thecoypond. We will answer any question you leave there. I haven't checked, but I haven't gotten an email notification, so I'm 99% sure there's nothing sitting in the inbox at this current moment. And, last but not least, merchandise. Merchandise. We must push the merchandise. Christmas is right around the corner.
You must buy something.
As we keep saying, Christmas.
That's right.
It's just
never too early. Never too early.
As you guys know, might have seen actually earlier in this summer, Matt and I did a way too early week one predictions. That video absolutely went crazy. I think we're still getting comments about how wrong we are from a video that came out 2-3 months ago at this point now. Hilarious. And why not do it again in studio with K-Dog, who might give us some different perspective. Obviously, now there's a lot more things set in stone. Back then, Aaron Rodgers wasn't even with the Steelers yet, but we were predicting he might have been. Turns out he would be. But this week we're doing some week ones. But before we get into that,
yes,
episode 94.
94.
Best Cowboys player or favorite Cowboys player to wear 94.
It would really have to be Charles Haley.
Yeah.
You know, and even though he came over from the Niners and all that stuff, I mean, when Aikman, Emmett, and Irvin won their first Super Bowl with Jimmy Johnson, I mean, they wouldn't have done it without Charles Haley. And so 94 is just, legendary.
Special.
When he came over, he made a huge difference. The Cowboys went on to win 2 straight Super Bowls, 3 of 4. He was involved and vastly important in all that. And actually turned out to be a very, what I want to say, fan-friendly player.
That's funny.
So when he retired, when you go down to Dallas, they set up where you can buy a thing to go to this area and get autographs.
Right.
Charles Haley is always there for that.
Oh, that's nice.
So he's always around, good guy. I think he's enjoying his fame and fortune, and just seems.
I feel like you have to embrace that.
Yeah,
especially if you win that many Super Bowls with the Cowboys of all teams.
Yeah. So won some Super Bowls. I think he won a few with the Niners. I'm not sure what the total was, but he may have won 5 Super Bowls total.
So good guy, great player.
Yeah.
Hey, how about that?
There you go. How about you?
Defensive tackle for the Chargers, Corey. I think his name was pronounced Legit.
Yeah.
Legit.
Yep.
Great defensive tackle for 7-8 years with the Chargers. Didn't ever win any real big awards, but he was very consistent. And frankly, with the Chargers, that's all you can ask for sometimes.
Yeah.
So, I remember watching him growing up. I think his last year with the Chargers was 2018, I believe. And, that would have been right up to my senior year of high school. So, hey, hats off to him. I watched him as a San Diego Chargers many, many times.
Was he at the playoff game we were at?
Yes.
He was a player then?
He was, because you and I were at the Bengals game in 2013 when they lost to the Chargers.
Yeah, I think it was 2014.
2014.
Yeah.
It was that January.
It just so happens.
What in the world?
That I took a shot and lifted this off of my laptop today.
Where?
I don't know why I had a thought about it.
That's hilarious.
But I just did, and Colin can put this up.
I will be putting this
up.
up.
But it's Colin and I in the front row, and it really looks like Phil Rivers is looking right at Colin in this picture.
Yeah, because you're wearing a Miami Redskins shirt. You stand out like a sore thumb, and then I have a gray sweatshirt and a Chargers hat on right behind the dugout.
Yeah, if you remember, it was pouring down rain and cold.
It sucked. I had long johns on. I still remember it.
You didn't know whether to wear a raincoat, which was too thin, or to wear a winter coat, which
got soaked.
Got soaked. So
it freeze really, twice as quick.
It quite sucked, actually.
That's hilarious.
So,
wow, I can't believe you got that.
Isn't that funny? There's another one.
Oh, my Lord. Well,
kind of fun.
Yeah, I'll put that first one with Rivers. It does look like he's looking right at us.
But 94 was there playing that day. Yeah, I remember.
He was. A big fella. Big son of a gun.
That's funny. I didn't even think of that. That I don't know why I did that.
Well, hey,
so, there you go.
It all works out. Shout out Rivers. Nevertheless, week one predictions.
Week one, here we go. Crazy shit.
I'm going to say predictions. I might give you over-unders. I might give you money lines. I might give you spreads. I might just give a general vibe for who I think is going to win, to be honest. I'm not going to classify this as necessarily a betting preview because I can't give you that sort of confidence right now. But I will tell you what I like the most and where it's leading.
Yeah.
And without a doubt. Thursday night, Cowboys and Eagles. Now, I've heard a little bit of everything about this game. Yep. You have the Eagles coming back, Super Bowl winners, looking amazing. They're bringing back basically the flash that they had last year. They've obviously had to make some moves, but that core team is there and very much alive.
And they're going to be hanging their Super Bowl champion banner at this game. The fan base is going to be electric and wound up. They're going to be, just the Cowboys are going to be...
The Philly trash will be lit and on fire and ready. Now, Cowboys.
Conversely.
Make some additions. They get George Pickens, most notably.
Big pickup.
Year 3 of Schottenheimer's offense.
Yep.
Still learning. Obviously, Dak had to miss, I think it was 9 games last year with a, oh my God.
Was it a thigh bruise or something?
A thigh injury. A hamstring injury. That's what I was trying to say.
First year at Schottenheimer's head coach.
First year Schottenheimer's head coach.
So he's making all the calls now.
Javonte Williams, a running back. You know, you have a little bit more of a running back this year.
Yep. Jaden Blue, if he plays, can be a game changer too from Texas.
If he can survive the injury report, it might mean more to him, being from Texas.
Yep.
I'll be honest. I'll give my prediction.
Yeah.
Just out of the gate. The last 5, the Eagles are 3-2 money line. The home team is 8-2.
Yeah.
I think the Eagles win this. 7 is a lot, spread wise.
Yeah.
If it's 6.5, I might lean the Eagles there.
Yeah.
But I'm just gonna say it. I'm really liking the over in this game. Right now it's 46.5. I think they go flying past that, and this is one of the rare Thursday night games that is an over opposed to an under. As you know, we've seen plenty of under Thursday night games. But the Eagles averaging 27.2 points last season and then combining for 75 points in their Dallas Cowboy games.
Is that the 2 games combined?
Yes, the 2 games combined.
Yeah.
I really think the Cowboys can put up some points as well. Maybe not a backdoor cover, but points. And then we just shoot past 46.5.
Yeah, I put this game all on down on the line. The offensive line, the defensive line. The Cowboys may be without Michael Parsons. That deal is still way up in the air, and it's gotten worse. Mm-hmm. Jerry feels like they had a deal. The agent changed his mind, and Jerry's stubborn as fuck when it gets to stuff like that. This thing is going to last into the season, I would think. And what that means is they will be playing this game without Michael Parsons. That's a problem.
Yeah.
The Eagles' Lions, we saw what they did to the Chiefs in the Super Bowl.
Yep.
The Lions are better than they were then, probably. And I just don't see the Cowboys being able to handle it.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be it's going to be worse than 7 points. Philly by probably, I think it's just going to be the Cowboys aren't ready. Mm-hmm. And I think Philly is just hanging that banner and ready to go kill it.
Yeah.
I think the Eagles win by 14.
Wow. Double digits.
So.
All right. You know what? That's from a Cowboys fan. That is what it is. That was Thursday night. Friday night, Chiefs at Chargers in Brazil.
Yes.
YouTube exclusive, by the way. So
really?
You try to go out to the bars to watch this. I think they're going to struggle unless, restaurants have a YouTube TV thing that I don't know about. Very possible. I'm just letting you know. This will be on YouTube. I think just literally youtube.com. Chargers. Mekhi Becton, sorry. Questionable. Slater, out. Offensive line, going down the toilet in active fashion. I feel terrible about this out of the gate. Herbert scrambling. O'Marion Hampton, game changer, maybe. Najee Harris, still a Pirate, I believe. Don't know what's going to happen there. Chargers offense, I would assume, has to look better than it did last year. That was pretty bad last year. I would imagine their defense is still going to be dominant. Chiefs, Rashee Rice is back. Travis Kelce probably going to have himself another 100-yard game. He always does against the Chargers. I don't care where or when it's at. Rashee Rice also back. I expect there's going to be some connections there, to be honest. But Chargers might have one of the top defenses they've had in the last few seasons, even counting last year, potentially. Especially out of the gate in Brazil. I don't see how that is a recipe for anything great. I'm loving the under in this game. Defensively, the Chiefs still dominant. Defensively, the Chargers have been dominant. I would imagine Patrick Mahomes will make it happen. He has in the last, what is it now? They're 8-2 in the last 10 against the Chargers.
Yep.
The Patrick Mahomes will figure it out. I just don't see this being a gun show. I think realistically this is going to be a bit more defensive dominant, slow starting game. Not quite like what you saw with the Packers and Eagles the year before.
Right.
As much as I would like it to be a dominant victory or just fucking points, to be honest with you.
Yeah. I am going to pick the Chargers to win this game. I think Jim Harbaugh's defense is finally ready to emerge along with the running game and control offensive game plan. I think the Chiefs' hangover from the Super Bowl is enormous.
Yeah.
And the last time on a big stage, they were emasculated.
True.
And I think that Jim Harbaugh, takeaways from what he saw in that game, he will apply here. And I think the Chargers will win this game by 3 points.
Okay. What I will say is Brazil being a neutral site, that makes me a little weary to pick either side in general. That's why I would tend to go with the under 45.5. I think both these totals for the Chiefs-Chargers games last year were like 23 and 36 or 27 and 36.
I think you're right on the under, too.
It was crazy.
I agree.
But, Brazil, it warrants a conversation because the Chargers, I think, gave up a home game to have it in Brazil. And to be quite honest, I'd rather them do it with the Chiefs than anyone else because it hasn't been working in L.A.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, as a Chargers fan, good luck. Slater getting hurt, which I don't even think I've talked much about since we've been back from our vacation.
Right.
Just a kick to the nuts.
Yeah.
Signs a great deal. He's worth it. And then immediately out for the season.
Unbelievable.
Hate to see that, but maybe, keep drafting offensive linemen. You're going to get a few that land at least.
Yep.
On to Sunday.
Yes.
Buccaneers at Falcons.
Yes.
Falcons are 4-1 in the last 5, and 7 out of the 10 have hit the over.
And for some reason, the Falcons have the Buccaneers number.
They do.
Don't they?
They do.
I mean,
I had to double check the
4-1.
statistic.
I'm looking at that. I'm going, what?
But before that, if you don't count the last 5, I think the Buccaneers are 4-1.
Before that,
So
okay.
it was 4-1, and then it flipped the other way to the 4-1.
I mean, the Falcons could be one of the most underrated teams. They really could. I mean,
there's possible.
Penix had moments toward the end of the season where he was looking great. They've got Brian Robinson, who was arguably
Drake London.
No, the running back.
Bijan Robinson.
Bijan, sorry. Thank you.
Now you saw my look. I was like, where's he going with this?
But I mean, a lot of people wanted him to be the number 1 fantasy pick.
People are ready for the Falcons because Kyle Pitts, everyone's always high on.
Yep.
Bijan Robinson, always high on. Drake London had a great season last year.
He did, and he got better toward the end of the season. So, the Falcons could be sleeping on some people.
But also Penix.
Yes.
The end of last year did not look amazing.
Yeah.
They snatched victory from the jaws of defeat. Defeat
from the jaws of victory. Yeah.
And they lost that division to the Tampa Bay.
They did. Maybe they got revenge on their minds.
Maybe revenge. It's in whatchamacallit, Atlanta. But I have to admit, I think the Buccaneers got just as much better as the Falcons did, if that.
They did.
Who they get?
Mbuka. Yep.
And then Bucky Irving's still there.
Yep.
Huge. Baker Mayfield dominant.
Baker
Mike
Mayfield
Evans,
still.
Godwin.
Yep. I don't know.
I think this is going to be a shootout.
Yeah.
I think we might be looking at absolute cinema at the 1 p.m. slate for just fantasy. I'm going to go over 47.5 here.
I'll buy that.
That's just my hunch. I would assume the Buccaneers win this, but I'm not confident enough this early in the season.
Yep.
I haven't done enough research. This is a light preview. Don't crucify me, please.
Yep.
On to the next one.
Yep.
Bengals at Browns. Cincinnati favored by 6 right now, over under 46.5. We've seen Cincinnati do this before. Bengals at Browns. Sorry, brain fart. The Bengals have started 0-whatever the last 3 seasons, and they've gone on to do much better in most cases. But, because of that, Bengals they're starting players.
Yep. They get a gift here, I think.
Yeah, sorry, I'm putting this on Do Not Disturb.
They get a gift here, so I think the Bengals start here handsomely. This is probably, in my opinion, a 30-10 game.
Yes.
In my opinion,
which doesn't differ much from yours. The Browns, I don't know how bad to expect them to be. Yeah. Myles Garrett is a demon. The guy they drafted on the defense with Myles Garrett is a demon.
Yeah.
I think we'll see.
Yeah.
A potential demon. Maybe.
Supposed to be.
It's a potential demon.
Yeah.
But that offense.
Yeah.
I am
sorry.
What
are you going to do?
I don't know if they can put up points.
Myles Garrett is going to be out there for so many freaking minutes.
Myles Garrett might have more points than some of the wide receivers.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a strip fumble chance.
And what do we know? We know Cincinnati has been serious about getting
They just signed Trey Hendrickson today.
They did?
Yeah.
Wow.
They just got him signed for a year.
All right.
Sorry,
there you go.
Not to break the fourth wall, but we're shooting this a little ahead of schedule for scheduling reasons.
Yeah, and the Bengals offense has been clicking in the preseason.
It has.
They're going to
put
put
up. Joe Burrow looks good.
Yes, and they're ready to go.
They are. You sign your 2 biggest wide receivers to this massive deal, doing something that the Bengals historically, quote unquote, never do.
Yep.
They just got done signing Trey Hendrickson again today. Listen, I'm not saying the Bengals are going to win the Super Bowl, but I think they can handle Week 1 for the first time in 4 years this year.
I agree.
It would take some crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, do what you want. I would not put my survivor pick on this bet,
Ooh.
but I would say that I'm going to put a vote of confidence that the Bengals handle this. All right, next game. Dolphins at Colts. Over under 47. Indianapolis, I think, is favored right now, -1.5. This is off Sportsline, so bear with me. If FanDuel has something crazy different, I'll put that up instead. Colts are 4-1 in the last 5 against the Dolphins. So Daniel Jones, you're picking from, or Tua.
Yeah.
And the Colts last year had one of the top 10 worst rushing defenses. Both of these teams scream yuck.
They do.
I don't want to pick a team to win this. I think there's a chance, as much as I think there's a shot that the Colts could win this at home simply because they're home, and it's Daniel Jones, so he'll do just enough. I also think Tua could throw for 500 yards.
Yeah. I think the Dolphins take this one.
Yeah.
I think it's 20-14. And I think Tua is just that much better than Daniel Jones. Yeah. That in this game, on turf, inside, I think he has enough there to get it done. And the Colts, Achane is still with the Dolphins, right?
Yeah.
So Colts rushing defense, I think the Colts just don't have enough possessions in this game to win it.
Yeah, I'm just, I don't know. I think I said Dolphins in the first video we did.
Yeah.
I'm not going to hunt it down. Maybe next week I'll find it. But I'm not even going to make a pick for this game. I know it's lame, but I don't. This will be the one game that I see on Red Zone and I go, oh, that's on. That's nice. And I just right to the next game.
Yeah, who would watch that?
Raiders at Patriots. Over under 42.5. New England's favored by 3 currently. Fun stat for this game. The 2 times these coaches have played against each other ever, the away coach has won by 3 points in both games.
Right.
So that means nothing really at this point, but it is funny to think when he was on Seattle, when he was on Tennessee, that's how these games went.
And it's kind of funny that Brady's going back to New England.
Yes.
And Vrabel's coaching New England now. Mm-hmm. So you got all kinds of stuff in this one.
And you kind of have that storyline where Max Crosby might be calling game this week. Drake May's first week with a new offensive line, kind of. You don't know what you're going to get. It is week 1. The Patriots still could be dominant, but you get a lot of things have to come together right out of the gate.
I say New England finds a way to win this one. Mm-hmm. And I say Travion Henderson has at least one big play, one touchdown, long touchdown, if he doesn't have more than that.
I'm going to give Mike Vrabel the edge in this game, personally. I know it's a big debate if everyone's too high on the Patriots at this point.
Yeah.
I feel like somehow the Patriots have found enough pieces to beat some of the other teams that are just starting. Because, Geno Smith, first year with the Raiders.
Yep.
Pete Carroll took a year off, back with the Raiders.
Yep.
I guess Vrabel did too, didn't he?
He did.
So,
But the Raiders have offensive line issues. Gentry was struggling.
Yeah.
I don't think they've got that figured out. Patriots do have some issues too. But I think the Vrabel fundamentals will beat.
And I vaguely thought the Patriots had a better defense. You know what I mean? The Patriots had more of a defensive base to work off of.
I would say because Vrabel is a defensive guy. So.
Well, even last year.
Yeah.
I think the Patriots still had a defense that could compete. Whereas the Raiders, Max Crosby, and they had Wilkinson at the time. But that team was just, it felt everywhere all at once because they still had Aiden O'Connell.
Yeah, right.
As quarterback.
That's right.
That was a big mess. I'm going to lean Patriots, maybe just to win here.
Yep.
Maybe I won't take them through. Maybe I'll take them minus. Oh, wait, never mind. Scratch that, reverse that, over 42.5. That's what I'm going to go with.
All right. Nice.
As I get done talking about defense, I'll have to crop around that. Cardinals at Saints. Over under 42.5. Arizona favored by 6. Saints still haven't announced their starting quarterback. Who's going to be throwing the ball down in the NOLA?
Kamara?
Sure. Yeah. Why not? Hey, Taysom Hill, you're getting called up, buddy.
I bet Kamara gets 25 carries in this game.
Minimum. Yeah. I think the Brandon Staley, Kellen Moore, experiment was going to go off to a rocky start. Yep. Just my own personal thoughts. I'd take Arizona -6 without thinking twice. I got them at 4 back in May when I told you people to. I'll be sticking with Arizona. I just think the Saints are tanking for Archie Manning at this point.
Arizona comes out hot and just blows them away.
And if the Saints win this game,
we're going to eat crow.
No, I'm just simply not going to gamble on a Saints game the rest of the season.
There you go.
I will not admit defeat to any Saints fans on this podcast. Steelers at Jets.
So Aaron Rodgers New team versus old team.
37.5. Pittsburgh -3. In this specific matchup, the underdog has covered 4 of the last 5 games. I love the Jets in this game. Call me crazy.
Yeah.
I think Aaron Rodgers is going to take a bit to get warmed up to the Steelers. You know, Mike Tomlin, DK Metcalf, those are new wide receivers. That's a new,
Take some time, right?
Take some time. Still a great defense in Pittsburgh.
Let's not forget Justin Fields might want some revenge on the Steelers, too.
And I have a hunch that Sauce Gardner's going to be playing mind games with Aaron Rodgers in New York.
They kind of ticked him.
I don't know about ticked him. I think there's a good relationship from what I heard, but I like the idea of thinking that the Jets secondary is going to want to fuck with old man Rodgers.
Yeah.
And that, even just if it's in fun games, there's still a bit of me that thinks Aaron Glenn is going to have that defense riled up and ready. And Garrett Wilson,
Yep.
Old wide receiver might have more of a drive.
There's a lot of young talent on the Jets.
There is. And I think when you say it might mean more to Justin Fields, who knows if he has it?
Yeah,
but that's that X factor that I'd be a little worried about.
Yep, and that's the guy I think got dicked was Justin Fields by the Steelers.
Because they scapegoated him and then they threw Russell Wilson in.
And then they threw Russell Wilson in there, and it didn't make any sense what they were doing with him. So
I would agree.
Personal motivation is the biggest thing a player could do against a former team. And no coaching or whatever is going to have an impact on that. The guy's going to make it work whether it's called or not. I'm with you. I think the Jets in this one for sure.
And it could go both ways. Obviously that secondary for the Steelers is going to know Justin Fields just as well, but Jalen Ramsey doesn't.
Yeah.
And Minka Fitzpatrick's down in Miami now, so not that would matter. But I might lean to the Jets more.
I think it's slow scoring though.
I could see a lame game there.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It just kind of screams boring.
It's going to show you
3 points might mean a lot more than we think it does.
Yeah, it's just going to show you where Aaron Rodgers really is.
And I'm curious. I don't think he's not a bad player.
No,
but he's so up and down.
And if he's lost a step, then the Jets defense is going to feast all over that Jet.
And the Jets secondary, I remember being amazing and still is. I'm just trying to think of who's on that line for the Jets, but we'll have to see. Giants at Commanders.
Yeah.
Over under 45.5. Commanders favored by 6.
Yeah. This will be so we're going to see with the Giants what Russell Wilson can do, right?
Yes, Russell Wilson.
That's who we get there, but This is going to be just a tune-up. Terry McLaurin's back in the fold, signed his deal. Jay Daniels, I think the Commanders are just going to be ready to knock this one out of the park.
I agree. The Commanders, I think the Giants had a close game last year. There's that 21-18 matchup towards the end of the season, the second matchup. I'm curious how that Giants defense holds up. Commanders have added a lot to their defense, and it's Russell Wilson.
Yep.
I kind of expect Aaron Rodgers treatment. Well, I'm just expecting a slow start. I don't know why, and maybe that's not fair. I apologize, Giants fans. But I'm curious about their defense. I want to see if the Giants defense can hunt down Jaden Daniels the way I think it could.
Yeah. The best thing could happen for Giants fans, in my opinion, is to have a shitty start and to get Jackson Dart going, because I think the guy just has the X factor that Russell Wilson does not.
Yeah, lost his footing there maybe.
And I just think they're going with the stable guy. They want him to earn it. That's the key thing.
Yep.
You don't want entitlement, giving it to him and all that shit. But I think Jackson Dart, the quicker he gets in and starts playing, maybe week 4, better for the Giants long run.
And maybe even Giants looked for a trade, between Russell Wilson, Jameis Winston, Jackson Dart, and the Italian sensation.
Who's still around.
I can't remember his name
Tommy.
yet. Tommy DeVito.
Yeah.
Who had a great week. I would imagine a package there of some sort where once you're ready to put Jackson Dart in, maybe you send Jameis somewhere else. Maybe you send Russell somewhere else. Yep. I would imagine there's one of those 4 have to have value at some point to another team.
Saints, for one.
Jameis Winston back to the Saints.
Yep, there you go. Could it happen? Yeah, could happen.
Definitely could happen at this point. But who knows? I'm just spitballing. That's the type of thing I'm looking for the week 1 because it is the NFL.
Yep.
Nevertheless, Panthers at Jaguars. Over under 46.5. Jaguars favored by 3. Home team has won 4 of the last 5 in this matchup, and the favorite has covered in all 5.
Kind of a weird. These two teams are. You don't know what to think.
Battle of the Jungle Cats.
Really?
I think they both really focused on their offense personally.
Yep.
I like to think this game is going to go way over 46.5. I think it's a 1 or a 4 o'clock. I think it's the last 1 o'clock game on week 1. Regardless, I really think that this game could go over.
Yeah.
Both of them are going to have offensive firepower now. It feels like they've focused on their offense more than their defense.
Yeah.
And Bryce Young ended the season looking good.
Yeah.
If he can just keep some of that with a better wide receiver or an added wide receiver, he's going to be just fine.
Yep.
And as for the Jaguars, if Trevor Lawrence can just stay healthy through week 1, over could hit.
Yeah, I really think the Panthers are ready to go. I think the Panthers are one of the sleepers. And I think this is like 41-31.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's high scoring. I think, Travis Hunter probably has a touchdown.
Yeah.
I think Rico Dowdle, the running back that the Panthers got from the Cowboys, surprises everybody with a 100-yard game.
Ooh,
and,
that.
Yeah. And I think Chuba Hubbard kind of
helps out.
Yeah.
Travis Etienne is still on the Jaguars.
Yeah, right.
Still have some great players. There's plenty of great players between these two teams.
Yep. But I think the Panthers are ready to make that move.
Okay.
And I think they've been kind of holding some things back. I think they're ready to show them now.
I love that take.
So,
why not? Now, Titans at Broncos. Over under 41.5. Denver -7.5. I
was thinking this before I even read what you wrote. Go ahead.
This is just my opinion, and I checked a couple extra. I've been fact checking expert picks and kind of working my opinion in with how I think it matches up. Listen, Cam Ward's going to be good. I think the Titans could surprise some people,
right?
Because this roster is not as bad as it seemed last year. Now, and Callahan is a good coach at the moment.
Oh yeah,
he hasn't completely blown into my eyes. The Titans will make progress this year, starting with Cam Ward instead of Will Levis, and having Tyler Lockett and Tony Pollard, who I think is still not hurt. Tyjae Spears is hurt.
Right,
someone else in there.
That's right.
Calvin Ridley, great connection with Cam Ward early on in the first week of preseason, I think it was, or second. The Broncos are going to beat the shit out of the Titans.
Ugly.
I don't see this game going well for the Titans, mainly because it's in Denver. That Denver team has only gotten better. Sean Payton's in his bag with the running backs, and the Titans are just coming together.
Yeah.
This is year 2 of the experiment. Now you have a better quarterback. All the pieces are coming together.
Yep.
I think Denver -7.5. I'd take a -10.5.
Yeah, me too. I agree with you completely. The Broncos are just ready to take that next step. They're serious.
They're good. They got good quick.
They're serious good.
And Sean Payton, I don't think is going to entertain the fact of playing with their food.
Yeah,
I think it's going to be execution.
No. You're going to see them run the ball like crazy, and Bo Nix is going to have precision passing, and that defense is going to tear up Cam Ward.
Yeah, and all those cuts are happening today. I don't know what the final roster of running backs for the Broncos is currently.
Yeah,
I agree with you. I think it's going to be Sean Payton beat down football with Cortland Sutton over the top from Bo Nix.
I think J.K. Dobbins is going to be in there getting some carries. He's going to spell Harvey, but I think they're going to try to use Harvey quite a bit and just pound the fresh legs.
Yep.
And then don't forget you got Sutton, and you got Marvin Mims, who emerged as a real deep threat.
Yeah.
If you haven't drafted in fantasy, keep that guy in,
back of your
mind for later in the draft.
Because Jawan Jennings sort of games where all of a sudden he's got 50 points, 2 touchdowns.
Mm-hmm. There you have it.
That's just my opinion on this game. I'm sorry, Titans fans. It'll get better, I promise.
It will, definitely.
49ers at Seahawks, over under 45. San Francisco, -2.5.
Interesting.
I don't know how to pick this game.
Yeah.
49ers got let off this year from last year.
Yep.
Everyone just saying
Injuries.
They were hurt. They had a lot going on. They're better than this.
Yeah.
They still gave up, I think it was an average of 30 points a road game.
Mm-hmm.
Salah is back
Yep.
from the Jets. That experiment's over. I think the 49ers will greatly improve from that. I think there was an interview where Nick Bosa said, we didn't realize how good we had it with him until he left. I think the Niners will be better. Now, but Seattle has Sam Darnold, Cooper Kupp, Njigba, and then Lockett and Metcalf are gone. They still have Charbonnet, and they still have Kenneth Walker III. I don't know. This is an interesting spot. I would...
Yeah.
I'd lean 49ers.
Yeah.
Because I want to say the whole Sam Darnold thing was more about the Vikings than it was about Sam Darnold.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm kind of in between. I'm not making an official pick for this game or this week. Game. I refuse to. I can see this going anyway. It's a divisional game.
Yeah.
It's probably going to be close. I don't know.
Yeah, I'd go under. Go under on it. I think San Francisco wins by 3, so they beat the spread. But I think it's going to be a very conservative game.
Yeah, I could see that.
But I think the 49ers get back on track after last year. They're eager to get going.
Yep.
Come out and get in the W column.
All right, that works for me. Lions at Green Bay. 49.5 over under. Green Bay minus 1.5. I have so many questions about this game and how these Lions have gotten to this point. I don't know what Jordan Love is against the Lions in general. But, one fun fact, team is 4-2 in the last 6. Okay. Jordan Love got blown out both games last year to the Lions.
Yeah.
Or not blown out. He lost both games to the Lions last year without them having Aiden Hutchinson. Now, the Lions lost their coordinators, but how much stress are we putting on coordinators? Offense is one thing, I guess.
Sure.
Defense is another.
Yep.
The Green Bay being favored at home makes complete sense week 1. It's week 1. Plenty of things can go wrong. But the Lions.
Yeah.
Has everyone overreacted to their home playoff loss last year?
Yeah, I think so.
And is imagining the Packers are a team that they really just aren't right now.
Yeah. I think Dan Campbell has talked about that last game so many times, so much to this team.
Yeah.
They are angry. I'm telling you right now,
like
they are
rage.
Angry. And Dan Campbell hasn't stopped thinking about that. He probably hasn't slept all off season.
He probably has a picture of the score next to his
Yeah.
bed.
And I think that offense with Gibbs and Montgomery and Laporta and all their explosive wide receivers and Aiden Hutchinson's back, right?
Yeah.
It's going to be ugly.
I mean,
They want to send a statement about the Redskin game last year.
yep. And
It's burning them.
I don't get how ESPN and all these news networks, it feels like you keep seeing articles getting pushed out about Green Bay is back, Green Bay is all this giant, Green Bay is this thing. And it's LaFleur. I don't know if I've missed a step, but I just haven't seen that sort of consistent dominance from the Packers.
I agree. And
If they play to the level of their opponent most of the times, and they surprise you both ways sometimes.
And you can say it until it isn't, right?
Yeah.
After this game, it isn't.
And, I think Green Bay's lost to them the last 4, maybe it is.
Think so.
I think it's been 4 games, but regardless of that stat, I don't know what I'm missing about the Packers, and until I'm wrong, which I'll put on the line for this week, which Packers fans, you can cripple me the next week, I'm just going to pick Lions.
I think Green Bay's a little bit of a darling of the league, like the Steelers tend to be at times. They get a lot of benefit of the doubt.
It's earlier in the year. Lambeau, yes, they'll be filled out with Packers fans, but you don't get that X factor of the cold.
No.
It's just outside.
Yeah.
Which maybe Jared Goff is terrible outside. Maybe I'm forgetting that.
And how great is it for the Lions in the scheduling department to play Green Bay
Early.
Yeah, early.
And it's not, week 5 and then week 12 or 15 or whatever that would be.
I would say 41-17 Lions is going to be a beatdown.
All right. Hey.
Lions are pissed.
You said the score. I'm just going to say Lions win. Next week, Texans at Rams, over under 44.5. Rams minus 2.5. Rams are 4-0 against the spread when playing the Texans in the last 4. What do you think? Mixon just got announced today that he's going to be out. It got announced today that Mixon will be out the first 4 games at least of the season. Nick Chubb and Pierce, I think, is the running back on the Texans. Tank Dell obviously out for the season. Nico Collins will be taking a majority of that, obviously, with Dalton Schultz and whoever else the Texans have. I'm completely blanking.
Yeah. They've got Jaden. I think it's Jaden Higgins, the wide receiver rookie.
Yes.
He's going to play in, I think, because of the depth issues there. Great receiver from Iowa State. I can't wait to see Jared Verse back doing his thing.
I want to see that.
He's an exciting player.
After the Eagles playoff game last season.
Man.
I'm curious how he picks up this season because I felt like he really came into form in the playoffs.
Yeah.
And if that rolls over, I think the Texans could be in for hurting in this game. Obviously, Stafford's health is a huge factor.
Yeah.
Devontae Adams on that Rams team now. Puka still doing his thing. Was it Mitchell, the running back, on the Rams?
Williams?
Yeah. How did I don't know who I was thinking about.
No, I think 27-20. So I think the Rams beat the spread. I think it's a solid Rams win. It's not easy.
No.
Texans are good.
Good.
But I think the Rams just are ready to go.
Yes. And Rams minus 2.5, I definitely wouldn't take. The one thing that scares me is somehow Stafford isn't healthy.
Right.
And then you see Jimmy G walk out onto the field. Cash that
All bets
bet
are
out
off.
as quick as possible.
And they they know that everybody has been speculated on Stafford's because I've seen report after report. Stafford practiced today. Stafford practiced
Well,
today.
it's crazy because nothing happened. Then he's hurt. Now everyone's asking about his health, and then he's right back to healthy.
Yeah.
So there was something.
Right.
Is it Christian McCaffrey? Or is it like years ago when it was someone else that just had a blip?
Yep.
I don't know. But
Yep.
the Christian McCaffrey news has made everyone weary about these sort of things.
Yep.
Nevertheless, Sunday night game. Ravens at Bills. Over under 51.5. Buffalo favored by 1.5.
Wow, what a damn good game.
What a great game for Sunday night.
Wow.
Been waiting all night for Sunday, waiting all day for Sunday
Yeah,
night.
that's right.
Before I had a stroke there for a second. This is going to be an interesting game. I'm pumped for it. I'm just going to tell you now, I'm taking the over in this game. I'm hoping for points, praying for points, been waiting for points. But
Yeah.
Bills beat the Ravens last year.
Yes.
Do the Ravens want it more?
Maybe.
Early in the season, it would be the time that the Ravens could not sneak that win because these are two very, very good teams.
Yes.
Don't get it twisted, you two fan bases. Bills Mafia and, the Baltimore whatevers. No disrespect to either team, but when the Bills won the last matchup, in my head I'm immediately thinking, this means more to the Ravens now. They've been thinking about it. They've been festering with it. It's personal. Obviously, everyone just wants to beat the Chiefs. Let's be honest there. But part of me thinks maybe the Ravens are just thinking about it and festering on it.
Yeah.
But
Good
it's in
reasoning.
Buffalo. It's in Buffalo. Bills Mafia, the tables will be out. The men will be launched.
I think the Bills take this one.
Oh.
They don't cover. 28-27.
Oh, 1 point game.
1 point game.
You think the Bucks win?
Yeah. So I just think the Bills are to the Ravens as Kansas City is to the Bills. And the Ravens actually too. But
I see what you mean, though.
But yeah, I think it's going to be very close, and I think the home field is the difference there.
I could see that. I'm going to say Ravens money line as my just pick in general. Don't put money on it because I said it. Only because of that slight just X factor of wanting it more.
Yeah.
I have nothing to back that up. I do think this game's going to be within 3 points easily.
Yeah.
Unless something crazy happens.
It should be an outstanding game to watch.
Should be amazing. Yep. I mean, that'll be the game you get your 3 Skyline conies.
Yes.
You eat them before the first half is over. Then you go back for your Skyline 3-way by the third quarter, and you finish it off with a large Mountain Dew before bed. And then the Skyline Monster tucks you in.
This segment's been brought to you by Skyline.
I wish. That would be a fucking amazing sponsorship to just randomly get.
Final game.
Monday night game.
Dun,
Stinker.
dun, dun, dun.
Stinker. Vikings at Bears. Over under 43.5. Minnesota's currently favored by 1.5. I don't know what to make of this. Addison won't be playing in this game. He's been suspended. Justin Jefferson apparently has had some health issues or questions or something along those lines.
Yep.
Just around. Justin, J.J. McCarthy's first game. Kevin O'Connell, good coach.
Yep.
Don't know what to think of that. Ben Johnson's first game as the Bears head coach. In prime time. A lot of people are on the Bears. A lot of people within my interweb of degenerates on the Bears. I don't know what to make of it because it feels like everyone's forgetting that Kevin O'Connell made Sam Darnold look like a 14-2 quarterback last year.
Yeah.
I think there's not enough magic on Santa's sleigh to do that twice.
True.
Now, maybe I'm insane. Maybe I am insane. I don't know. But Ben Johnson's first game, it's at home, but the Vikings know the Bears well.
Yep.
I'm not so much worried about the Bears' defense, or I'm more worried about the Bears' defense than offense.
Right.
But I do think the Bears' offense could absolutely pop off if it had to.
Right.
And that's where I'm having trouble because Brian Flores with the Vikings, I know he'll have that defense rocking.
Yes.
That front seven. Heaven forbid they get around to Caleb Williams with an offensive line that's been rebuilt and is new. That'll take a couple games to get used to for them, for their own sake, I would assume. But, I'm going back and forth on this.
Yep.
Because now I'm going to either have to take a rookie quarterback
Yep.
that at minus a quarterback's first game
Right.
in prime time against the Bears at home, or I'm going to have to take a head coach that, this happens all the time, that head coaches get hired and they don't end up being what everyone expected them to be in prime time at his own home game. I don't know. I'm in real time trying to figure out what makes more sense to take here.
Yeah. I just lean. I think you said it right. The defenses are going to be the difference in this game.
Yes.
I think the Vikings and the Bears each get a touchdown return
Oh, well.
on defense. And I think the Bears offense, and I'm just going to say Caleb Williams having a little bit more experience than J.J. McCarthy is the difference in the game.
Home dogs.
And I think he's got just enough to get them by a point. I don't think that's indicative of how it's going to go for the whole year.
Right.
But opening games are always different. They're still kind of the end of the preseason.
It's still fresh.
And these upside down things can still happen.
Yes.
So that's where I'm going with it.
For the record, I think I was heavy on the Vikings and I got called a clown. You know, these fucking Bear fans. Not to Carroll, of course, but the rest of them.
Right.
I am so... I didn't believe in Kevin O'Connell, and then he did that with Sam Darnold.
It's amazing.
It's hard not to think the same thing. I think he did with Kirk Cousins, too, before that.
Yeah, it's amazing.
I wouldn't be surprised if J.J. McCarthy won this. Now, getting home dog points, getting home dog spread, I'm butchering however I'm supposed to say this.
Yeah.
The Bears plus 1.5 is definitely the better bet, I think. But I think it's going to be a close game.
Going to be close.
That's all I'm going to say.
Yep.
I don't want to say more than that. Wow, of course this went 40 minutes. That's crazy. Well,
Is that it?
that's all I've got.
I just have one thing I want to thank our
Whoa.
couple of
Hey, yo.
our fans, the Bills.
The Bills.
Yeah, the Bills.
Okay.
The 2 Bills for donating this Coy Pond inspired
Wow.
fish painting, which
Yeah.
is great, right?
Yeah.
The coloring looks like the Coy
That's
Pond
awesome.
on it.
Yeah.
So thank you, Bills, for that.
Yes,
Appreciate
thank
it.
you.
We got to
Good.
figure out where to put it in the pond.
Yeah, we need to extend the ceilings.
But it has the blue and the orange in there.
No, I
thought
love
looked
it.
pretty cool.
It's like the black and white theme, but
Yeah.
kind of realistic.
So
It's with that.
they're not koi fish, but they're inspired by the Koi Pond. So
That's
I like
close
it.
enough. Hey, fish,
Yeah.
blue and orange. Hey, why? Fuck it. Why not?
Thank you.
Now we have to figure out what to do with everything else. Nevertheless, we wasted enough of your guys' time. Take what you want with those picks. Crucify me if you must. I stand on what I've said today. Have a great week. Goodbye.